feel like, when are we going to start acknowledging you knew you didn't want to get pregnant? He knew he didn't want to get you pregnant. Y'all were both not taking accountability for the actions that you were taking in the bedroom, and now you birthed the baby. It's not fair for men for us to be like, well, he's not taking accountability in this situation, because I believe, and y'all can crucify me if you want to, it is up to a woman if she gets pregnant or not.
Let me give you an example.
It is our responsibility to take care of that.
Let me give you an example.
1,000%. It's my body, my choice. Why is that only when it's convenient?
So you don't think it's 50-50?
But that's what I'm saying. I think the man's
it's
responsibility
on
is
the
on the front end, right? Yo, you slid in raw.
Right.
That's number one.
But why are we letting a man slide in raw? It's my responsibility.
Number two, you shot up the club.
Why are you letting a man shoot up your club? That's my responsibility.
But you have a lot of women who are having sex that say they both had the option to choose to have sex that wasn't protected. A lot of women don't know that a man is going to shoot up the club. A lot of women don't even want to have a baby, and men do that to trap them.
Right.
So to say that it completely exonerates the man and put that decision solely on the woman, that's a lack of accountability, because both parties have to be held accountable. We both made a decision, right? We both made a decision. We both
have a baby.
But if you have sex, then you assume that a baby is going to happen, because you're only supposed to have sex for the procreation of a baby.
Y'all may think that it's a 50-50 deal, but what if every woman were to start to take the responsibility of her own body? What if a woman, instead of going home and sleep with, we live in such a hookup culture, and it is creating death, disease, and children that we don't want. It is creating so much resentment and self-hate and low self-worth, and now we want to do all these things in our life, and we already know, because we as women are the custodial parent, which means we have the children more often than the man does. And if all you're doing is harboring resentment and negativity and how unhappy you are and all of these things, and now you're trying to raise a child, and then that father is a reflection of all the places that you feel like you failed, all the things that you feel like you now no longer get to have, all the relationships that you would have been able to get, but now people are looking at you a little bit different because you're a single mom and you act ghetto when that man comes around. I'm just saying, Ace, that if that's the case,
but that's
that's the problem. We got to take responsibility for our bodies.
Somebody could disagree.
Good grief, how in the world do you have one person, shout out to this young lady, one young lady that cooked the entire room, men include, especially the guys. I expect certain talking points from women, all right? It's always, most of the time, this echo chamber type of thing. But you telling me that this young lady went onto their show, onto their podcast, or whatever you want to call it, and cooked everybody in the room? Man, she said something that made a lot of freaking sense. She was like, why is it that my body, my choice only applies to a certain thing? And I'm not going to, bring that up, because we did a whole video about that or whatever, about women, their offspring or their children or whatever. We already talked about that. But why is it that it only applies to that instead of this? It's so crazy, because those guys continue to try to interrupt this young lady when she cook. Let her cook. And this is how you know you done lost the argument, when you continue to try to interrupt somebody when they cooking. And I said something about this the other day. Why is it that every situation is like reactive? We want to make excuses and put the blame on other people after something happens, instead of nipping it in the bud right then and there. If you don't sleep with anybody, you don't have to worry about these problems. If you vet correctly, you don't have to worry about these problems. If you marry before you carry, you don't have to worry about these problems. And the reason why I'm staying stuck on what this young lady was saying which is basically, it's 100% on the women. Again, your body, your choice, and the overwhelming majority of these people that are having children out of wedlock, it's consensual. A lot of people want to make it seem like this minority of, those things happening to certain women is the majority, when it's not. We're speaking about majority. And instead of you being reactive, be proactive. You're setting yourself up. And then again, I want to make sure that I point this out. The reason why I'm staying stuck on her talking point is because when we look out into the world, when we look on social media, the overwhelming majority of the people complaining are Don't you all speak at once. Come on, keep it a band. Who do you guys see complaining the most about? And then you had a young lady on here. All of her talking points was just trash. You know, you got a lot of guys out there, a lot of women out there that didn't know that these guys were gonna shoot up the club. What? But y'all did approve of having this unprotected sex, most people. So you're telling me you got two individuals that agreed to have unprotected sex, but the young lady didn't know that he was going to shoot up the club. What sense does that freaking make, man? I'm trying to figure this out, right? I'm trying to connect the dots, but I don't think this young lady understands that there is no connection flight to what she is talking about. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot these dice, and we're gonna hit a little gamble, and we're gonna hope that Pre don't come out. We're gonna hope that this person doesn't, what they say, shoot up the club. Man, come on, man. No, women control access to sex, and women control who gets born and who doesn't. That's bottom line. A man doesn't have any say-so, period. If there is a law or something out there that something that I'm unaware of, please let me know. Drop it down in the comments and let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation about this. Do y'all think that this young lady is right, or do y'all think that this young lady is wrong? I think that she was hitting on all cylinders. I think that everything that she said, I agree with 1,000%. Yes, 1,000%. I think she cooked the entire room, and I think that they need to go ahead and wrap it up, man, and don't even let anything continue after this. We're going to be holding these beta and these simp males accountable all freaking month. Those guys ought to be ashamed of themselves. Go ahead and take the microphone away from those guys. You don't even need to talk after this roast, brother. It's over for you. But anyway, guys, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, all right? Until the next time, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Blueberry, Burberry, button-up, tan skin, mixed race, buttercup, Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm tryna work, she hit my phone, she wanna, whoa, too bad was you know they roll.